What's going on, everyone? Today we are taking a look at the Fluentalk T1 Mini Portable Translator. Taking a look at the specs, this device can translate 36 languages with 88 accents, includes 1 year of free global data, has a 2.8-inch HD screen along with a easy one-button translation feature, and is very portable, being about the same size as a regular credit card. So taking a look inside the box, you get this lanyard here that has their brand name Fluentalk on it. Then you get a USB-C to USB-A charging cable. And then of course you have the translator itself. So taking a look at the translator itself, this is definitely a very portable device. I also have the regular Fluentalk T1, and as you can see, this one is a lot smaller, which in the end is going to make this a lot more convenient to carry around. The T1 does have a much larger screen, but between the two, I definitely prefer the smaller and more portable mini version. So coming to the side, you have your volume up and down buttons. Coming to the other side, you have your one-touch translation button. On top, you have a microphone and then the speaker. And then on the bottom, you have another microphone and your USB-C charging port. Lastly, coming to the back, you also have a camera so you can do photo translations as well. All right, so turning the device on, this is your main translation page here. Honestly, though, this is a lot more simple than the regular T1. I prefer this and find it a lot more easier to use. So swiping up, you have your introduction sentence, and you can customize this to say whatever you want. I currently have it set to Spanish, but you can also change that to any of the 88 languages as well. So let me go ahead and swipe that up and you'll see what I mean.
Disculpe, ¿me puedes hacer un favor? Podemos hablar a través de este traductor.
So this sentence down here is what I type in, and then I put it to Spanish. So when I swipe up, if I'm in Mexico right now and I want to ask for help, I simply swipe that up and they'll say somebody, hey, I got a translator, let's talk. But if you want, you can also change this to whatever you want. It's real convenient because you don't have to type in anything. You simply go up to them, have this on, and just do that.
Disculpe, ¿me puedes hacer un favor?
And automatically, it'll make the introduction for you. So here in the main screen, you have your main translation function. So on top, you can set which languages you want to translate to and from. The best part about this is using the same button right here. The translator automatically detects which language you're speaking in and then translates it to the other option you have it set to on top. This makes it extremely easy to have a conversation with nothing at all to mess with on screen. So right now, if I push that button and say, how are you?
Y decir cómo estás.
So as you can see here, I pushed it too early, so it translated and say as well, which I wasn't supposed to press, but I said that in English and then I translated it over to Spanish. Now, if I say this in Spanish, it's going to say it back in English. So using the same button. Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Hi, how are you?
So once again, it detected now I was speaking in Spanish and translated to me back in English. I absolutely love this feature and makes this by far the easiest and most user-friendly translator I've used so far. In the past, I've used a few translators that have two buttons here. So when I'm speaking English, I gotta push that one. Then when I'm speaking Spanish, I gotta push the other one. But this one, all with one button, you just say what you wanna say. It translates, hold it again. They say what they wanna say, translates back. Makes it real easy to have a simple and native conversation. So another cool feature I like about these translators is the ability to learn languages as well. So say if I want to learn Spanish, I can use this to learn the translation and then say it back to the translator to make sure I'm saying it correctly. So say for example, I want to learn to say, what is your name? So let me go ahead and say that. What is your name?
¿Cómo te llamas?
So now that it told me how to say it back, now let me go ahead and give that a try. ¿Cómo te llamas?
What's your name?
And as you can see, it translated it back to English, so I know I actually said it correctly. But say, for example, I said, ¿Cómo te llamo, Baba?
What do I call you, Baba?
You see, so if I said it wrong, it would come out with some nonsense like I said now. So when you know you said it correctly, it'll say the right thing back. So it's kind of a confirmation that you're learning the language correctly. All right, so swiping left on the screen here, you have your photo translation function. So very simple and straightforward to use. Simply take a photo of something in another language and it'll automatically translate it back for you. So to emulate a real life situation, I pulled up a photo here of a sign. Let me go ahead and take a picture of that. And just like that, you can see it gave me an English translation, and it says feeding stray dogs is prohibited. So if I was in China and saw this sign, someone might not know what it means, but now with a translator like this one, it takes out all the guesswork and you know exactly what it means. Don't feed the dogs that are running around over there. So swiping back over here, you have the page where you can download offline translation packs. This translator actually has 8 gigabytes of offline storage, which is enough to store a few full languages on this device. This way, if you're in China, for example, primarily you're going to be translating from Chinese. So with this, you can just download the entire Chinese translation pack and not have to worry about needing an internet connection. This is very convenient to have and ensures you always have the ability to translate even if you do lose connection. All right, so coming back to languages, this device has quite a few different languages, and I love how easy this is to navigate as well. So for example, if you click on Spanish, there's actually a drop-down menu that lets you choose if it's Spanish from Spain, USA, Mexico, or a ton of other different countries where Spanish is spoken, but not quite the same. Same with English, there's a bunch of different types in here. Then, as you can see, there's also a few different languages that have drop-down menu as well. Overall, this makes it a lot easier and efficient to scroll through versus scrolling through a much longer list that just has a bunch of different variants of one language. Lastly, coming to the settings here, there's not much you can do up here. Like I said earlier, this comes with 1 year of free data. Right now I have 363 days left. You have your network connection. So if you run out of your connection on this device, you can switch over to Wi-Fi with your phone as well. You have your display brightness. Like I said earlier, this is your shortcut statement. So I can type in here what I want to change it to and then change what language I want as well. That's for your introductory sentence where you swipe up. You have your user guide, offline translation packs, system settings, and then contact us, system settings. You got updates as well. So when I got this device, it actually had an update already, which I guess fixed some bugs and stuff like that, made it a little more efficient. So it's good to see that this will actually be updated as time goes as well. Overall, this is definitely a great translator, and I love how simple and efficient it is to use. With the built-in internet data connection plus storage for offline translations, this has to be one of the best and my personal favorite translator on the market currently. So if you happen to need a personal translator device, I highly recommend taking a look at this one here from Fluentalk. All right, well, that about wraps up this video. As usual, if you have any questions at all, feel free to drop me a comment and let me know. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.